The following Jackass Nation production is powered by Cinelinx. Cinelinx.com, your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinx.
Man, this beat is tough. Coming to you from the Kayfabe Studio in Highland Park, Texas. He was born in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. Raised by Wilson Fisk on the streets of Hell's Kitchen, New York, and did his studies in FABOLOUS Sin City, Las Vegas. He's straight out of Compton and brought to you in part by the Offshoots Network. He's pro wrestler, four-time MPX Tag Team Champion, writer, podcaster, bringing you his opinions on film, TV, professional wrestling, sports, and everyday life. He is the Jersey Jackass, B to the C. And you're listening to It Is What It Is with the Jackass. On tonight's show, movie news and a review of Beyond the Wall. And now, your host, the Jackass. Yo, 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 yo. It is what it is. And what it is it is what it is with your host, the one, the only, the Jersey Jackass, your boy, B to the C. Join the conversation on Twitter. Use the hashtag IiWiIJA, as well as hit me up at RealJackassBC. That's RealJackassBC. It is going down this week, ladies and gentlemen. It is episode 102 of It Is What It Is. We are so happy to be powered right here by Cinelinx.com, where you can get all your movie news, reviews, editorials, and more. So, anyway, guys, what is going on? We got a lot to get to today. We are once again doing another review of Game of Thrones. I have been throwing around the idea of next season doing a separate show, a Game of Thrones episode. Actually, I'm thinking about doing a whole lot of different shows. And before we jump into the Game of Thrones one, let's talk about some that could possibly be some giveaways. Now, so what you got to do is I'm gonna give away some stuff here, guys, and I'm throwing around an idea. I'm tossing around an idea of doing an after show for one of the shows that are one of the TV shows that are coming back this fall. There's about 4 that I'm really thinking of that are definitely on my idea, on the top of my list, and that's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Arrow, Gotham, and Fox's The Gifted, the brand new mutant show. So right now, pinned on my profile on Twitter at RealJackassBC. That's RealJackassBC. The top of my profile, you will see a, what's it called? It's a poll. A poll. That's what they call them. They call them a poll. And you can vote for either one of those 4. So what you're going to do is go to my profile, go to my Twitter profile, and vote. Once you vote, take a screenshot of that, or if it's on your computer, take a picture with your phone, whatever it is, and tweet it out to me so that I know that you voted. Feel free to retweet that poll too so we can get more people voting on there. We got a lot of votes already. I'm pretty sure last I checked, Gotham was winning, but go and vote now, and I'm going to pick out certain winners. Now, you get a lot to win, all right? Here are your options of what you can win. You can get a digital copy of Power Rangers. That's right, the brand new Power Rangers film, digital download. You can get a digital download of Kong Skull Island, the brand new King Kong movie that will set up a feature fight between King Kong and Godzilla. You can get a digital download of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, the live-action adaptation starring Emma Watson. You could, and here's where it gets really cool, guys. You could win either 2 tickets to Lauryn Hill and Nas, or 2 tickets to the Goo Goo Dolls. That's right, I got 2 separate sets of 2 tickets to the Goo Goo Dolls, and then I have 2 tickets for Lauryn Hill and Nas. All for you to win. All you got to do is go vote, take a screenshot, and send that screenshot to me so I know that you voted. So that's one of the ideas I'm throwing around. The other idea is a possible post-Game of Thrones show, like I was saying. A show dedicated to just Game of Thrones. That way, it doesn't take up all of It Is What It Is, like I kind of did when I moved WWE Talk off of It Is What It Is and moved it all into its own show, Go Home. Granted, the Game of Thrones one would literally be a special, just a 8-episode run or however long the series of the season is next year, but at the same time it could be pretty entertaining. So let me know what you guys think. Use the hashtag IiWiIJA and let me know if you'd be interested in a solo Game of Thrones show. Obviously the one, the only Commissioner Matt would be on that show. Quad C as we like to call him, from UGF. You guys got a chance to watch UGF. We talk about it today with Matt. It was a great show. I want to thank everybody who listened or watched. We had over 1,300 views on Facebook, and we had a good amount over there on YouTube as well. We had a couple technical issues, but in the long run, I think it's okay. Everything worked out. So, really excited to see the future of UGF. Coming up, we will have another tournament, and me and Matt get into that a little bit later on. I will have to defend my title against Quad C, but I'm not too scared because, well, come on, guys, it's me. I win everything. I run this kingdom. And speaking of kingdoms, it is August, and we got a brand new month to be excited about because August's Loot Crate theme is Kingdom, featuring The Legend of Zelda, The Lord of the Rings, Adventure Time, and much, much more. Tons of properties that you can lose yourself in. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service which provides boxes of geek and gaming-related merchandise and always includes a monthly t-shirt and pin. You can get a discount on your Loot Crate just by going to lootcrate.com/SCNSlive. That's lootcrate.com/SCNSlive. Or you can click the link in the description of this video below. Check that out. You can put in the promo code SCNSLive at checkout. All that works. If you want to see what some of the really cool stuff that you're missing out on, go to youtube.com/SCNSLive and check out our unboxing videos. That's right, we unbox and open up everything that comes from Loot Crate so you can see all the cool stuff that you're missing and you'll never want to miss it again because Loot Crate is absolutely incredible. You get so many trinkets and toys and t-shirts and everything you could ever want for any geek or gamer out there. So definitely check out Loot Crate, guys. You know what else you need to go and check out? You need to go check out ETCW on Facebook. That is East Texas Championship Wrestling. You just go to facebook.com/ETCWTX, where I am now a permanent member of the roster. Our next show takes place in late September out in Wills Point, so you guys want to get ready and get hyped for that because it is going down. There's a bunch of outsiders coming in, and I am going to make sure that they do not tear down that company. ETCW, it is the place to be for professional wrestling here in Texas. And speaking of professional wrestling, there is a lot going down this weekend right here in Dallas, Texas. It is the finals of Dream Chasers at MPX this Friday night. That is tomorrow night. It's going to be absolutely insane to see. Let's see what all we got going on out there, guys. John Allen takes on Prince Sims and has been added to the finals. Not only are you going to get Hooligan Ace versus Tristan Rubio, but we'll see the buddy system in action. Jay Ace will face off against El Sapo. Who else do we have here? The buddy system, like I said, is going to face off against Devin Williams and Ethan Daniels. The Tommy Becker will take on Byron Athos. It's a triple threat when Mad Dog, my homeboy, takes on the Kingsman Michael Schaefer and Frankie Fisher. So this is not a show that you guys are going to want to miss. It's going to be absolutely insane. Make sure you are there Friday night tomorrow, 510 Harwood Road, Bedford, Texas, 76021. Doors open at 7:30. Show starts at 8. All seats are only $10, guys. But that is not it, because the very next night, right there on Saturday, it is MPX presenting Call to Battle. That's right. It is going down at the MPX Arena. You are not going to want to miss this one, because Leva Bates makes her MPX debut. For those guys who don't know who she is Blue Pants from NXT. It's going to be absolutely awesome to see. I can't wait to see her out there. She seems like a great girl. It's going to be absolutely insane. Prince Canoe will be in action. James Johnson, Loverboy Larry Canis, Mr. Mayhem Stephen Kirby, Master of the DDT Scott McKenzie, the Tommy Becker, and MPX champion Super Tex will be going on. Last week they caught fire at MPX, and now this Saturday at a special start time of 7 p.m. That's right, we're starting early. They present a very unique night. It's a call to battle where 6 MPX stars will lay out the challenge, and they will have to wait until Saturday night to find out who answers the call to battle. Will there be surprises? Yes. Will there be debuts? Yes. Get your tickets at Call to Battle right now before they sell out. Doors will open early at 6:30 and the show will start at 7. So you should definitely be able to catch another fight on pay-per-view later that night, which we're going to get into here in a little bit. Maybe I go out there and answer somebody's challenge. You ever think about that? Who knows? Perhaps somebody's going to see me in the ring this weekend. We'll have to wait and find out. But if you got open challenges in the DFW area, who's to say that a jackass will not show his face? But that's not all the professional wrestling going down. Mid-September, September 16th, VIP Wrestling celebrates their 3rd anniversary with the biggest wrestling event of the year, setting the bar for. It'll be Saturday, September 16th at the gym, 921 West Mayfield Road, Arlington, Texas, 76015. 6:30 the doors will open for a meet and greet. 7:30 the general admission doors open, and 8 p.m. will be first bell. We will see WWE's Low Key, the VIP heavyweight champion and tag team champion Keith Lee, Homicide, Shane Taylor, ACH, Steve Anthony, and much, much more. I can guarantee you that the Hip Hop Express will not be there. So that's very disappointing. More wrestling going down late September. NAWA will go on September 24th. Do not miss out on that. It's going to be awesome as well. So much great wrestling going down right here in Dallas, Texas. You do not want to miss out on it. Before we cut to our first commercial break, I want to say a special shout out to friend of the show, my buddy, Phil Woodyard. Y'all remember Phil. He's been on a couple times. He's going to come on again here very soon. Recently, his old football team that he used to play in, the Dublin Rebels, won the national championship over there in Ireland. So mad respect to the Dublin Rebels. I'm going to have to get him on here so we can talk about that. Also, thoughts and prayers are still going out to you, Phil. His stepdaughter was admitted to the hospital. Everything seems to be going good. The emergency is over. We're just in recovery now. So mad respect, mad thoughts and prayers go out to you. Much love to you, Phil. Stay strong. Thinking about you, buddy. Cannot wait to have you back on the show. All right, guys, we're going to take our first commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the super cool nerd news that has been going down since we do not have an episode of SCNS Live this week.
Hey guys, Jason the X for SCNS Live. Make sure you check us out on youtube.com/SCNS Live. Every Thursday night, we got a live show for you guys. Please like the channel and subscribe to it for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. We are powered by Cinelinks.com. And as always, keep on nerding.
Hey Jackass Nation fans, this is Trey from The Offshoots. If you can, please go subscribe to The Offshoots Network, where you'll be able to pick up shows like the one you are currently listening to. Plus, you'll get The Offshoots, The Nigel Rabbit Show, Bootleg Radio, The Lucha Lounge with Steve DeMarco, Talking Smack with Christopher Hayden, and so much more coming down the pike. As we grow, we want you to grow with us. Please go subscribe.
Take it away, BC.
Super Cool Nerd News is powered by Cinelinx, just like it is what it is. And you can catch all your Super Cool Nerd News every single Thursday night on SCNS Live, right on their YouTube channel, youtube.com/SCNS Live. I'm there, always reading the news. This is not going to be the exact same as I normally do on the show because I didn't prepare it. I just decided to start talking about it. Because there's some really cool things I wanted to get into. Because I'm not going to be on What the Force this week either. So I wanted to talk. We didn't get to talk about it last week. I want to talk about it this week. Obi Wan Kenobi standoff film is coming, or standalone film is coming, and I am very excited about it. For those of you who did not know, hold on, let me get a sip of water. Sorry about that. For those of you who did not know, they have announced the Obi Wan standalone movie is coming, although we do not have a script and we do not have a writer yet or anything like that, or director, and we don't have cast yet, but it is in the works. And so I'm excited to see this. I think it could be really cool, but I think it needs to be a smaller film. I think it needs to have a smaller budget. It does not need to be a big, giant, extravagant Star Wars film. It needs to be very, very character driven, and it needs to focus on Obi-Wan in the desert dealing with smaller stuff. I don't even want to see him pull out a lightsaber. I also don't want them, not even once, to mention the name Obi-Wan Kenobi. He needs to be Ben Kenobi, because Obi-Wan, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. So if he's just, keeps hearing Obi-Wan, shoot. We already know a long time is max 20 years or so, because of whatever the difference is, or however old Luke is. He was called Obi-Wan right when Luke was born, so, Anyway, it kind of sucks, and small spoilers to Rebels, so if you have not finished Rebels, you don't know anything about it, you might want to tune out for about 30 seconds, starting right now. But because they killed Darth Maul, we won't be seeing Darth Maul as the villain, and I really wanted to see the return of Darth Maul onto the big screen. I thought that could really be really cool. But I don't know what they're going to do with it. That would have been the only way I wanted to see a lightsaber battle, as if it was Darth Maul. Since it can't be, I legitimately do not want to see anything having to do with lightsabers. I want to see Ben kind of having to deal with other stuff, having to deal with life, having to deal with, being alone, maybe having to communicate with Qui-Gon or something real down to earth, something real basic. But I don't know what they're going to do. But I am excited for it. And they haven't announced it yet, but I guarantee there's no way that Ewan McGregor is not coming back to play Ben Kenobi. I just think they haven't announced. And look, they have a script. They said they don't have a script. They said they don't have a director. But they have got to have a script. They don't make an announcement without having it. I guarantee the reason they haven't made the official announcement of the script and the cast and everything is because Ewan McGregor is in The Last Jedi. I think we see him as a Force ghost, Obi-Wan. And right after that comes out, that's when the announcement happens that it is official and he is back as Obi-Wan Kenobi, or Old Ben Kenobi. So that's my thoughts on that one. Earlier this week, you can read the story on Cinelinx.com. I think it was written by Matt. I was going to write it, but I didn't have time because I'm recording this. They announced that Martin Scorsese is in charge of producing a brand new Joker standalone film. Let me pull this up right here. It's really interesting to think about. I'm of two worlds on this. Because Martin Scorsese is involved in it, I'm excited. Todd Phillips is tasked to write it. If you don't know who Todd Phillips is, he did the Hangover films. So that's, a little different. But an exclusive from Deadline, Warner Brothers and DC said they are in the early stages of a spinoff film for an origin story for the Joker. Todd Phillips is co-writing the script with 8 Mile scribe Scott Silver as well. Phillips will direct the movie, and Scorsese will produce it along with Phillips. This will be the first film under a new banner that has yet to be named, in which WB will expand on the canon of DC properties. Apparently, it is not going to be part of the DCEU. The intention is to make an origin story that isn't part of any other iteration. The Joker has memorably been part of 2 Batman movies, well, 3 technically, in the form of Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and Jared Leto. And Jared Leto will be reprising the role in Suicide Squad and in the Harley Quinn spinoff, but this new film will launch the character with a different actor, more than likely probably someone younger. The intention is to make a gritty and grounded, hard-boiled crime film set in the early 80s Gotham City that isn't meant to feel like a DC movie as much as it is meant to feel more along the lines of Scorsese's classic films like Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, or The King of Comedy. Deadline is told that Phillips and Silver are already writing it, and there is nothing firm on where this will fit into the DC schedule. Okay, like I said, I'm of 2 worlds of this, because I don't want an origin story for the Joker. I think the Joker doesn't need an origin story. I think he's much frightening not knowing anything about where he came from. He's just there. Also, I don't like the idea of a Joker movie without Batman. Makes no sense. I also don't like the idea of a Joker movie that's not in the DCEU. Makes no sense. But Scorsese makes me want to be interested in it. At the same time, he's not directing it. So I don't know how to feel about this, and I'm likely not going to be completely on board until maybe we see a trailer. Now, I can maybe understand if the Penguin. The Penguin I can understand. He's a mobster. You could do the origin of the Penguin outside of Batman and whatever. It's fine. I think that could be entertaining. But I don't want to see the history of the Joker. I think the Joker works better without any kind of history to him. Maybe that's just me, but that's where I lie on it. Alright guys, hold up, wait a minute. So I had already completely recorded this episode, and I had to come back and add this little bit in there because DC was a little bit of a shit show today. So here's what's up. After the Joker news, we then announced that Matt Reeves came out and said that the Batman movie is going to be a standalone film, not a part of the extended universe. Which then followed with them coming out and saying the directors and creators of Crazy Stupid Love, Focus, and oh god, what was the other movie? I can't quite remember what the third movie they did was. But anyway, those guys are going to be doing a Joker and Harley movie that is part of the DCEU, starring Jared Leto. This is a complete shit show, okay? On one hand, you could say, hey, congratulations, DC. You're thinking outside the box. You're doing some things a little bit different, and here's to you for that. But on the other hand, you're absolutely insane. Like, there's just too much. You got a Martin Scorsese Joker film that has nothing to do with anything. You've got the Batman now allegedly not having to do with anything. Now it could be standalone, not a part of the extended universe in the terms of like Wonder Woman, where Wonder Woman was kind of its own contained story. If you take out those bookends of Bruce Wayne giving her the picture, or the original picture, you have your own story that didn't really do much for the rest of the DCEU. Maybe that's what we're talking about when he says that. But if not, I have to believe that this is absolutely insane to do just a random Bat movie that has nothing to do with anything else that you're doing. So you now got Green Lantern, you got Black Adam, you got Justice League Dark, you got Justice League, you got Gotham City Sirens, you got Batgirl, you got Shazam, you got the Flashpoint, you got Aquaman. You got a million movies. And some of them connect, some of them don't. You're going to mess with your audience. It's absolutely insane. Now, as far as the guys behind Crazy Stupid Love doing a Joker and Harley movie, I think that can work. I think that could be a lot of fun. But again, that's part of the DCEU, and I was a fan of Suicide Squad. So who knows exactly what that means. But All right, guys, what are your thoughts on this? We're going to jump back into what I had recorded previously. You get to hear the rest of the SCNN and all that good stuff. So, sorry, I had to come throw my 2 cents in about all of this because it's just a shit show. Make sure you're checking out Cinelinks.com to watch everything that is going on. And don't forget, once again, go back to my Twitter and vote for what you want to see, what kind of after show you want to hear. All right. Our next story up is Injustice 2. Fighter Pack number 2 is coming out, and they made some announcement. Like we knew we were getting, Black Manta is a part of it. I'm excited to see him. I'm definitely going to play as Black Manta against Black Manta in Aquaman's throne room, and I'm going to transition into the new arena so you can have Black Manta hitting Black Manta into the ocean to get hit again by Black Manta and thrown back into another arena. That's going to be really fun. Also, we're getting, just like we thought, even though I'd hoped we hadn't, we're getting Raiden from Mortal Kombat. I really hoped Raiden was not going to be that character over there, but we knew it was going to be. We saw the silhouette. It was definitely Raiden. But, a part of me still hoped that we wouldn't have it. But anyway, we are getting Raiden. Oh, well, is what it is. We're getting them. But we did get another surprise, one that I did not see coming. It is Hellboy. That's right, Ron Perlman's Hellboy. Well, I don't know if it's Ron Perlman's Hellboy. I don't know if he's voicing him or what. But it will be Hellboy in Injustice, and I am really excited to see what you can do with him. That's going to be really fun to play with. And I am overly enjoyed to use that. Y'all know if you watch UGF this past week, I destroyed Zach in Injustice. I am an Injustice king. I can't wait to maybe play some more people or something. It'll be very, very exciting. Hellboy, that's what's up. In other news, late last week, last Thursday actually, about a week ago, we were given The Defenders on Netflix. I have finally finished it. No spoilers here. Just a quick, small review of it. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I thought it probably falls behind Daredevil for me. I still think Daredevil Season 1, Season 2 are the best that they have offered us. This gave us a much better Danny Rand. I really enjoyed the Iron Fist in this, even though they said his name entirely too much. But that's not a bad thing. It's just every other minute they're like, I'm the immortal Iron Fist. He's the Iron Fist. We need the Iron Fist. Iron Fist. Iron Fist. I'm the immortal Iron Fist. It was still kind of funny. Some of the characters seemed to be there just to be there, and that was kind of a distraction. I think maybe if they had done 10 episodes instead of 8, it would have fleshed out a lot of it a lot better. Maybe we would have had a little more time for the Karen Pages and the Foggy Nelsons and the Trish Talks. But other than that, I did enjoy it. The finish was not as strong as I'd hoped for. It does leave me intrigued to see where Season 3 of Daredevil goes. But and where we go with Jessica Jones and where we go with Luke Cage and where Iron Fist goes now. So I am really intrigued to see where we go next. I just hope we get more Defenders, and I hope we're done with the Hand. The Hand is definitely something that I'm kind of over now. It's kind of like Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm like, all right, guys, come on, let's move forward. We've been seeing the Hand for a little too long now, but maybe that's me. What do you guys think? Let me know what your thoughts on Defenders were. This past weekend, we also had WWE SummerSlam. It was an awesome show. I really enjoyed it. I have not caught up on Raw or SmackDown yet, so I will catch back up. What I can say, what I liked most about it was definitely the night before NXT TakeOver, Athena taking on Asuka for the Women's Championship, or Ember Moon taking on Asuka. Incredible match, so entertaining. I absolutely was enthralled in every point of that match, and I thought Ember Moon was going to get it. I really did. But unfortunately, no, she did not get her championship, but I am so proud to call Athena, or Ember Moon, as you guys know her, a friend, a colleague, and most importantly, a trainer, because she helped me become the wrestler that I am today. So, mad respect to Ember Moon. You'll get that championship at some point. I believe in you. Also, other than that, Bobby Roode dropping to Drew McIntyre. Didn't see that coming, not one bit. Thought Bobby was going to hold on to it. Where does this leave us with Roderick Strong and him? I don't know. Honestly, I don't care because I don't like Roderick Strong. But let's see here. And then at SummerSlam itself, I feel that the Usos and New Day should have been on the main card, and maybe we could have moved Big Cass and Big Show to the pre-show. Honestly, I would have put Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Cesaro and Sheamus on the pre-show because the match itself was nothing spectacular or anything, but because of the names involved, you couldn't have done that. That's why I say we probably should have moved Big Cass and Big Show to the pre-show, but that is what it is. Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, incredible match. Really enjoyed it. Definitely disappointed that my baby lost her belt, but it's okay. We'll be back there, darling. So we'll get it back to you. It's okay. And then the main event: Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns. Did not disappoint. Incredible match, and my boy,
the Conqueror himself, my client, Brock Lesnar,
once again retains the title. He is still the WWE Universal Champion, and it looks like he will not be going to UFC because, once again, Jon Jones failed a drug test. This is just absolutely pathetic on behalf of Jon Jones. I mean, dude, how do you... Freaking steroids. You know you're going to get caught. Everybody gets caught. So what is the freaking point? Why are you doing this? It makes no sense at all. Jon Jones has been stripped of the title. Or, well, he hasn't been stripped yet, but obviously he's probably going to be. Which means that we're not going to get Brock Lesnar, Jon Jones. Which means Brock is sticking around in the WWE, which makes sense because he is the one, the only Universal Champion, no matter how much Jason hates it. Anyway, guys, all right, that's been it for our Super Cold Nerd News segment. We're going to take another quick commercial break. When we come back, it is going to be Game of Thrones Beyond the Wall. No spoilers yet. Don't worry, I'll give you a warning when it is time. So, quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
The Jackass Nation podcast channel with shows like It Is What It Is with the Jackass, Jackass Reviews, Go Home, Jackass 1, a Star Wars podcast, and many more. Check us out at jackassnation.podbean.com.
Alright guys, Matt is about to join me for Game of Thrones. We break down this week's episode, Beyond the Wall, which is an incredible episode. We have one more episode left. So I'm going to let you know we're going to kick off here in just a second here with the Game of Thrones music, and then you will have about 32 minutes of the review. So if you want to skip past the spoilers of this week's Game of Thrones, feel free to go ahead. Just go ahead and jump 32 minutes ahead. All right, back again. He's the one, he's the only, he's the man in charge of UGF. It is the commissioner, the coach, Coach Matt. What's up, buddy?
I'm so mad. So mad.
Oh, get over it.
No, I'm so mad. I'm mad that I watched Game of Thrones in general.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so angry.
I am too, and we're going to get into why we're so angry here. It was a different episode.
It was.
There's a lot of issues that I have with this episode, and mostly dealing with time. But it is episode 7, Beyond the Wall, and Beyond the Wall we were.
We talked about it last week. It was a stupid plan to begin with.
Oh yeah, dumb as hell.
And they're like acting like this is the only way. And it's not the only way. Your guys are dumb. I mean, what do you expect to happen? You go beyond the wall. You're hunting the army of the dead, which is already dumb.
Yeah.
Then you corner a few, and instead of like gagging or bounding whatever the white you just found, you let it shriek, summoning the army, and then you're already surrounded and you're screwed.
Very, very true. Before we get into Beyond the Wall, though, let's jump first over to Winterfell.
Yeah, let's get all that out of the way.
Yeah, let's get the undercard out of the way. And I don't know if you realize this, but I think someone just made the list.
Oh yes.
You know what happens? Do you know what happens when you write letters to your family and tell them to bend the knee? Do you know what happens? You just made the list.
We talked about this last week.
Yes.
We talked about how, and you actually were not sure if Sansa would actually turn on, or if Arya would turn on Sansa, because it didn't make sense. But Arya's turned on Sansa.
Arya's a little smarter than that. I thought she would know that she's being played, but what I will say from watching this episode is I really loved their dynamic.
Yes.
Because this is Arya. Mm-hmm. This right here, this is Arya. In the crypt, when we first saw Arya and Sansa back together and they have that heartfelt moment, that wasn't Arya anymore.
That was the mask.
That was her kind of reverting to who she was as a child, but realizing that that's not actually her.
Yeah.
That was a glimpse of what she used to be.
Yeah.
This is Arya.
And I love the story that she told before she turned on Sansa about how every night one night she would come out and she would, shoot the arrow.
I remember that
Like
episode.
that. Yeah.
It might have been the pilot. I don't know if it was the
pilot.
pilot.
It was the pilot. Well, it was the pilot that she shot the arrow, and it hit the bullseye. But what she's talking about was something that happened before then that we never saw.
Did we not see that scene where Dad started clapping? I could have swore we saw that.
No, because this was before any of that. Because the whole Ned starting to clap, was when he was watching his sons, spar.
Yeah, and
then Arya shot the bow and hit the bullseye. So what we saw, what she was talking about, was before then. And how it was late at night. She was not supposed to be out there. Bran had left his bow out. She only had one arrow, and she kept going back and forth shooting. And then once she hit the bullseye, she just heard a clap, and it was her father, Ned. So that was a cool little story to hear. And then I love how she just wheeled around and was like, and you're the reason he's dead. Oh, whoa.
No chill.
No
chill at all.
And she's not wrong.
No.
Sansa is the reason why Ned is dead, but still, I did not expect that at all. I thought maybe she was going to turn on Littlefinger more than she was going to turn on Sansa first, and then Sansa was going to defend Littlefinger in some form or fashion. But now I think she's just let's just cut the head off the dragon first.
Yeah. Well, because Arya doesn't care about Littlefinger. Whatever. I'll kill this guy if I need to. He doesn't matter. But Sansa, you're the one that turned on the family.
Yep.
All right, this guy, he just does stuff. That's what he does. You turned on the family. And you don't turn on the family. Don't do that.
Nope.
So, we get this confrontation of Sansa, even to the point Sansa sneaking into her room and finding the mask, the faces. And I love it. Those are my faces. What? Is it weird for me to have those faces? What would it be like to have your face?
Yeah. Okay, so even that
this is
moment...
some Silence of the Lambs.
It really was, and it was awesome to watch.
Yes.
Arya has been amazing in this one. But I gotta say, though, I'm not, I wasn't fully behind Arya, because Sansa was a child.
Yeah.
And she was being used by the Lannisters. She didn't have that same, that same strength that Arya had. She was more like her mother than she was like any Stark. Any of the Stark men. So, I do kind of feel for Sansa in a way, because Sansa's been through some shit. If you think about it, she saw her father get killed.
Yeah.
She saw all the atrocities that Joffrey did.
Yeah.
She saw Joffrey die. She got raped by the Ramseys.
Yeah.
And then, everything else that happened. So, she's been through a lot to get where she is. I don't think she needs to turn on Jon. I think that part's messed up. And I think that's where Arya is right in, going against Sansa. But at the same time, Arya's been able to travel the world. Sure, she's had her fair share of atrocities, too. She saw Grey Wind get killed. She saw a lot of her friends get killed. She saw, she's been through hell and back again as well.
Yep.
But the difference is, I guess, is that she never turned on family.
And I get that. And I get the argument with Sansa there. Mm-hmm. However, and I was starting to think, well, yeah, Sansa was just a kid. She was just doing what she was told. And Arya hits her with the bombshell. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah? Go tell Lady Lyanna Mormont that.
Yeah.
Let's go see if she has any pity for you turning on the family.
Right.
Because she's younger than we were, and she's more of a badass than us.
Uh-huh. Oh, I love that.
And I'm just like, oh, good fucking point.
Yeah.
That's a good... See, there we go. We start talking Game of Thrones, drop the F-bomb. There we go.
But I was actually a little... I'm not surprised, but I do like that she had that intimidation enough to just kind of have the dagger to her face and then flip it over and be like, here you go. And then just walk off like a badass.
See you later.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
But that falls in line with what we were talking about, though, at the beginning of the season, that pretty sure she's going to be exiled in some form or fashion, and she's going to just leave and make her way south.
Now, do you like that she's... that Sansa turned to Littlefinger after that, though?
No,
because she's been so much of I don't trust Littlefinger.
Yeah.
So you don't agree with the character decision to turn to?
Not really, because it shows a crack in Sansa's defenses that she's leaning on somebody like Littlefinger. Sansa so far has been so independent that she hasn't needed to lean on Littlefinger. Except for the part where, they took Winterfell.
See, I kind of disagree in that. Is that I liked the decision to have her go to Littlefinger. Because as much shit as she talks to Littlefinger, she's still I don't know what I'm doing, and Littlefinger does.
Sure.
And every time, she talks shit to Littlefinger. But when other people talk shit about him, she's very quick to defend him.
True.
So to me, it's a character decision that made sense that she went to him. But... And one of my issues with the season on a whole is how fast this is going between there.
It has to,
and
though.
it's kind of like I felt with Defenders on Netflix. I think they should have had 10 episodes. And while the money worked really well for 7 episodes of this season, because we can see the money in these episodes, they could have fleshed out stuff like this a little more with 1 or 2 more episodes.
Yeah, I think if maybe she had, I don't know, if maybe Littlefinger approached her being like, hey, I think you might want to, be cautious about this.
Yeah.
And then, you kind of had that oh, I can depend on him sort of thing start to go on. I think that would have helped it. But at the same point, while I would love 10 episodes, you can't have 10 episodes. Yeah. This is... The way that this season has gone, it doesn't need 10 episodes, really. It's been so
great.
Maybe
not 10, but maybe an 8th episode or something.
Yeah, I agree with
just a little bit longer to flesh out some of this.
But it does fall in line with the thing that we were talking about, or we've discussed, probably every single week, that at some point Sansa's going to screw it up.
Yeah.
And already we're starting to see how
Sansa's
screwing up. Yeah. I don't think she's a bitch. I think it's more of she just...
Oh, yeah, dumb bitch. My bad. I forgot. I got that. Dumb bitch.
She depends on other people who know what they're doing because she often doesn't. She knows how to run a castle. Mm-hmm. She's been trained to do that. She knows how to do it. But at the same time, she's never really been in the politics of it. And then when something strange happens, like she has with her brother and Arya coming back, she doesn't... How do you deal with that?
And speaking to that point, here's my other issue. Damn it, Bran. You see this going on.
It's so beneath him.
Say something.
It's so beneath him.
Just show up in the episode and say, yo, y'all stop fighting. Littlefinger did all this. What are y'all doing? This is dumb.
It's so beneath. He's just staring up, at the wall. He's like, I'm the three-eyed raven. I must watch the undead.
Jon Snow, that's your aunt.
Oh, God.
I have to tell you. I'm going to tell you other stuff instead in the Raven, but I have to tell you. I'm not going to tell them that they're fighting for no damn reason.
Ugh.
Okay, well, let's jump over to Dragonstone, where we have a little bit of a conversation between Dany and Tyrion. Of Tyrion kind of going, yo, you need to calm down a bit. I'm not a hero. And Dany's like, well, that's why you're hand to the king.
Right.
Or queen, because heroes do stupid shit, and you're smarter than that.
And there's like 7 guys doing stupid shit right now.
Yeah.
So,
but I like that, it goes back to the last episode. They're like, well, we have to be in her head. We have to let her know that she can't make these stupid mistakes. And Tyrion's still trying that. He's still saying, look, you got to be different. We got to break the wheel.
Yes.
And I'm loving that dynamic. Because I was worried that she was starting to not trust Tyrion anymore.
Yeah.
But this show that, yes, she does trust Tyrion. It's just sometimes Dany's got to do the hero thing.
Yeah. I think... And even at the end of this episode, I think it's only going to push Tyrion and Dany closer together.
Yeah.
Because even Tyrion said at the end, he said, sometimes it's better to do nothing.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's harder to do nothing, but it's the better choice.
Yeah.
Because, like, it was stupid, it was foolhardy for her to even fly out later on, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I don't know, I think... It did make me nervous too that Tyrion might not be in her good graces anymore because the fact that she was losing the war.
Yeah.
But I do like their conversations where he's giving counsel because it's good counsel that he's giving.
Yes.
And you can tell that she's leaning on him as much as she can.
Yeah.
Not like fully, but she's leaning on him for his advice in key situations. And I like that.
Yeah, very true, very true. So it wasn't a lot. We didn't jump too many places. We were just over in Winterfell.
It's only like about 3 places, yeah.
A little bit in Dragonstone here. And then we were beyond the wall. And it's time to look at the main event of the night. And I you know what? And speaking of the main event, let's talk about an MVP, Tormund.
Oh my God. I was going to be so mad if he died. I said this last week. If Tormund died, I was going to be so angry.
I kind of wish he did. He was such an MVP of this, and
just
like, he had all the moments that make you think he's gonna die.
Like even the part where he's talking about Brienne.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, this is where he's gonna.
That was one of the greatest things ever. He's like, we would have huge babies,
monsters,
monsters, monster gingers.
And then like, I even love the whole ginger line.
I got a girl at home.
I don't trust gingers. Why? We're beautiful. We've been kissed by fire. It's so great.
It's so great. He even his conversation with Jon, where he's telling Jon, what was it he was saying? He was telling him, like, look, some of the stupidest people did not bend the knee because for no reason at all. Look what happened. You might as well freaking do it.
Yeah. And that was a key situation. That was a key conversation. So you're right. I could have seen him dying, and we almost had him die.
I honestly think we needed him to die. This episode showed a lack of George R. Martin.
Yeah,
because
extras died.
This was the Star Trek episode where let's just kill the red shirts.
I kept counting. I was like, wait, where the hell were these extras before?
Well, if you go back and watch that exit where they're walking through the wall, there is a group of people behind them.
There's only like 3 other people behind them though, and there were like 5 extras that died.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, they killed the guys carrying the stuff for them, and then they killed the characters who I don't even remember their damn names.
Well, they killed Thoros and Mir.
Yeah,
but that was it. They didn't kill anybody else.
No, one of the other ones died.
Thoros was the only one that died.
I could have swore so.
Beric stayed alive. Jon was still alive.
Well, yeah.
The Hound was still alive. Gendry ran back.
Yeah.
And then Tormund stayed alive. And then there's one other one left, I think. Why am I drawing up? Oh, Sir Friendzone. Jorah stayed alive.
Well, I guess so. I guess we only killed the one then.
Only Thoros died.
I thought both the Hound's buddies were gone. Bit it.
No. Beric stayed alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, and that was another thing too. Like, first of all, let's talk about an undead bear.
Whoa! Now that's a polar bear.
That's a polar bear.
That's a polar bear.
That thing was terrifying. Like, if I saw that, I'd be like, guys, we gotta go. This was a dumb plan.
Yeah.
Can somebody just grab let's just pull the undead bear. Let's just do that.
Actually, I don't know if I'd mess with the bear. I'm not gonna lie. You know, they tried to save Toros there. Matt, I'm sorry. I would have left you. I would have been like,
I would have...
sorry, dude. See you later.
That's fine.
I'm not getting revenanted.
If I'm getting messed up by a polar bear, you have permission to go.
Okay.
And not just a polar bear. An undead polar bear. I'm dead, okay? I will see you at the wall when I'm dead, all right? When I'm brought back to life, that's where I'll see you. Yeah, but that was kind of my one issue, too. Like, you're going there to show that the dead are alive or the dead can become back. Like, why don't you bring back that bear?
Well,
I mean, I guess you need to show it's still alive, I guess.
yeah,
like,
and it's pretty difficult to get to get the dead bear.
I don't care. I'm still so mad about what happens in the end.
Another thing we forgot to get to about the point of right before the polar bear, we get that moment with Jon Snow and Sir Friendzone.
Yeah.
With the sword.
Long claw.
Which is a really nice scene right there. I really enjoyed it.
It was, and I liked it too because it kind of I think this is like another key for this episode is it resolved a lot of things that had been kind of left in the air. So you had Longclaw, and yeah, you're hanging out with Jorah Mormont. Yeah, you might as well be like, all right, hey,
like, yo, dude, I took your bear off there, but now there's a we could put the bear back on. But here, man.
Yeah, and I like what Jorah said. Jorah's like, no, I gave up my claim to that sword a long time ago, so it's all yours. So it's cool. Now he's the rightful owner of Longclaw. Yeah. Good to know.
I like it.
Yeah. But then whenever they finally ambush the scout troop, that's exactly what it was. I like that we learned that if you kill a White Walker, then all the whites that he turned die as well.
It's kind of cliche.
It's a little cliche, yeah, because it's like a vampire thing.
It's like the vampire thing. It's like the Chitauri in the Avengers. Yeah. You know, hey, it's like the battle droids in the prequels. Yeah. Let's just take out that thing. It'll take them all out.
Well, doesn't it make sense though? Because who's the one that brought them all back?
See,
so what happens if like you kill the Night King and all of a sudden they're still?
I only think it only makes sense in the fact that we need a way to make it possible to win.
Yes.
That's why it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I'm just like, oh, okay. Sure. What? All right.
You needed it.
So like you were saying, we capture Homeboy, and he sets out an alarm. Just, yo, bitches, they got me over here.
And sure enough, like within moments, they were already coming on them. Which, at this point, I thought Gendry was going to die.
Yeah,
because they're like, Gendry, run back and leave your hammer.
I got an important question. Yeah, they did take his hammer. Yeah. Who is faster, Usain Bolt, the Flash, or Gendry? Because I don't know. Like, granted, maybe we have to suspend disbelief of how long it has been that they've been traveling. But homie just got back, sends a raven, gets the dragons, and we're here, and that was all of. I don't know, an hour. Good job, because
I think a day passed. Yeah. I think a full day passed, which is still a lot. Like, I guess he ran all night throughout all of it to get back. Which I don't know how the hell he knew his way back.
I'm thinking maybe it's about a 12-hour swing each way. Maybe they had traveled about 12 hours,
probably.
So he runs back about 12 hours.
Yeah,
or maybe a little less, and because he's running rather than walking.
Right.
And then gets how long does it take to get a raven? Write out what you need. What should we say? Do we need punctuality on this? How do we send it? and then send the raven to Dany. How long does it take to get to Dany?
Well,
and Dany looked like she got it. She got her winter clothes on real quick. Let's get the winter gear out and let's fucking go.
Right. Well, I would say that as far as the speed of a dragon, probably is a lot faster than a raven. So I could see how fast the dragons could get there. But the raven, you're right, would have probably taken a couple of days just to get there.
Because, the raven probably sees a worm or something's got to stop. And sees a couple other ravens.
Even then, like, what route is the raven taking?
Exactly.
So I have no idea. And then... But I think you just gotta suspend belief with all this.
And if he gets there, he gets back to the wall that quick. He got further than the White Walkers have got in 7 seasons.
Well, you've also got a whole army that you're trying to corral toward the wall.
Yeah, but it's not like they stop and bullshit around. Not like they have conversations or anything. They're just walking. They just go.
It could be a deal like with the bear, where they're just trying to raise as many things as possible, so it might take time to just do that.
And you get and my thing is, maybe they're taking their time, because I don't think they're planning to go around the wall in the water. I don't think that's part of their plan.
Do you think they're just going to go through the wall?
I don't think that's anything that anyone's thought about, and I think it's just happenstance that they put it on the map that it's frozen.
I still think,
I think the king, the Night King, doesn't know how he's getting through the wall yet. That's why he's kind of been taking his time.
That might be true. I think he's bringing the wall down.
Yeah.
Because that's what
the giant.
Well, not even that, but like I've always said it. Like from the moment they introduced the wall, you knew it was going to come down at some point.
Yeah.
Because they never really everybody always says the wall has stood for hundreds of years. That means it's coming down.
Kind of like that WWE sells. If Brock Lesnar loses, he's leaving. It's but we'll see. That's not actually happening. They're trying so hard to tell you that the wall always stands,
but it won't.
But it's going to be the opposite.
And I think the events that happened in the end are going to be the reason why the wall goes down.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Well, let's go ahead and get on to that, because Danny gets there. And we're mowing down the Deadites. We're just mowing them down. And I'm cheering, bro. I'm telling you right now, I was cheering. I was like, Drogon is kicking some ass. What's the other, the one with the R?
Rhaegon wasn't there. I think it was just Viserion.
Viserion and Drogon? She didn't take Rhaegon?
Rhaegon might have been there. You're right. It might have been all three, but Viserion's the one that died.
Yeah. Viserion taking mugs down. We're just going to kill all these Deadites. Like, we ain't worried about the dead. Let's just mow them all down. My problem is, you see those group of guys just standing there watching? Maybe we should go burn them. Nah, let's stay with these Deadites instead.
Yeah! That part is infuriating. And then the other part where it's like, they could have gone pretty quickly if Jon had just jumped on the damn dragon.
I know. I started yelling about that right off the bat. I was like, Jon Snow has to be the damn hero. He gets up there, he gets all close to Auntie, and he goes, you know what, Auntie? Look at me. I'm a hero. I'm going to go cut down some more Deadites instead of getting on a dragon. And what happens? Then we get the little Nightwalker dude. Homie gets up. Night King. He's a champion javelin thrower. Boom. Throws that javelin. Takes down Viserion. And now I have lost a future stepkid.
I'm so mad. Because the dragon did not... Like, the way I see it, the humans made the stupid-ass plan to come up there in the first place. And they deserve to die. And Viserion just followed along with its mother to go try to save their dumbasses, and is just trying to like save these people, and then gets a javelin in the side for its trouble and dies instantly.
And you know what? I think I did think the writer set this up perfectly.
I almost cried. I swear to God, I almost cried. The moment I saw that dragon die, and then like the cries, I was like, I was so mad.
It was my girl Danny's reaction that made me sad, because you could sense how much it hurt her in there. But I think the writers did such a good job to make this impact, because we thought that Cersei had a way to kill the dragons. Well, her way didn't work out so well.
Yeah,
those little scorpion things are pointless. They don't. You get a little splinter, we're fine. Javelin throw, Mr. Olympia over here, taking him down in one throw.
Yeah.
And Jon sees this, and now he wants to go, oh, crap, y'all just get up out of here. Go. Well, you know what? If you would have got on the damn dragon in the first place when she put her damn hand out, would just listen to Auntie, get up on her, but nah, you got to go impress her.
Yeah, and what do you think those whites are going to do whenever they're running up on the dragons running up on Drogon to try and like kill the people on there? Nah, Drogon will probably burn them. Just hurry the hell up and get on there.
Drogon got this.
Yeah. I was so mad at that moment. And then I did love how, like, the Night King was just like, that's an easy shot, but I'm going to go for the hard one. Watch this, guys. Just like,
it was definitely a hold my beer moment.
yeah, it was
hold my beer.
It was exactly a hold my beer moment. And then I like how the other White Walker's just like, here's your other javelin.
Here you go, bro. Hit it again.
Yeah.
And that's when John's finally like, you know what? Just get it out of here.
Yeah.
Get it out of here. And,
Well, and then Danny ends up leaving, and then John ends up falling through the ice. But what was cool was when he got back up, he finally got to have his reunion with Uncle Benjen.
Yeah.
For a moment. And then he died.
And Benjen, it was kind of a relief for Benjen.
It was.
Benjen, he'd been stuck in this world for so long.
Yeah.
Now he gets to go, yo, kid, you're good. Get the out of here. I'll take care of this.
Yeah.
And gives him that way out so that John can not have pneumonia, which he should have had, or at least Mr. Deed's Blackfoot or something.
Yeah.
And he gets back and officially, metaphorically, bends the knee.
Yes. And gets closer to his aunt.
Oh, God. Come on now. John, look, my future step-nephew needs to get off my girl.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. He already got my future step-kid killed. Like, I don't got time for you to be killing more of my family, dog.
For real. Oh, I'm so angry about that. But then, the dragon's not quite dead.
Not at all.
Well, it is dead. It is dead.
It is.
But, okay. So, they pull Viserion out of the water with some big-ass chains.
Yeah.
That I started wondering, where the hell did they get those chains from?
It's an army of the dead. Like, if you're wondering where they got chains, we're thinking about the wrong part here. All right, I'm just saying. Like, Wait a minute. I accept that there's an army of the dead, but where do they get chains? That's no.
I just wanted Viserion to stay under the water forever, but I knew he wasn't. I knew as soon as the dragon died, I was like, well, that dragon's coming back. And sure enough, the Night King puts his hand on Viserion's head, and Viserion opens his eyes. Blue eyes. Yeah.
Old Blue Eyes is here, and Deadarian is gonna take down that wall. I bet you're right.
I think so. I think that's gonna be the reason why. And I think when Rhaegon and Drogon see Viserion, I think Rhaegon's probably gonna be like, "What? You're alive?" And then probably get messed up because of that. And then Drogon's gonna be like, "I'm gonna kill you," because
Big Brother don't give a crap.
Yeah, Drogon doesn't care. Drogon's never cared.
No.
So that's gonna be cool. And a buddy of mine told me, he was like, it makes sense because now it balances out everything, because now the White Walkers have their weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
And now they've got the land of the living, dude.
We still have two.
Yeah.
So we're still
I think something's going to happen to Rhaegon.
Yeah, but at the moment we are inches ahead. So next week we see our pretty intense meeting.
Yeah.
Between Cersei, between Brianna Tarth, and Dany.
Yeah.
And this looks like one hell of a round table.
It's going to be a nice little, I think, is it called a conclave or something like that? I can't remember what the word is. But it's going to be a nice little meeting for them. And I think we're going to get some of the best dialogue in the show. But there's going to be some sort of trap.
Oh, yeah.
Cersei's trying to be clever.
Here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think the episode ends with the trap almost getting sprung. Like, it's getting sprung. And then we're going to cut over to the wall. And the wall's going to go down. And that's when we're going to fade. We're going to go black.
Because they're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
And we're going to open up next season with the Raven showing up to the trap that's just kind of been sprung, going, yo, the wall's down.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to go, wait, the wall's down? What? And that's when Cersei's going to go, the wall's down? Why is the wall down? Wall doesn't go down. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, I think the first half of next season will be them trying to deal with the White Walkers, and then the second half of the season to the series finale will ultimately be them trying to figure out who's going to sit on the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
At least that's what I think. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, you know how everybody was like, oh man, it's so hard to go back and watch The Red Wedding. It's so hard to do this. No, that last episode is probably the hardest episode for me.
No, I still think... Well, I have not ever done a rewatch of Game of Thrones.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because it's just...
That's so long.
Yeah, that
so
takes...
many.
That's a...
Yeah.
You know, so I just kind of watch as I go right now, but... I just remember watching that Red Wedding, and because I remember I was binging.
Yeah.
I got to it right before my first time going to San Diego, and I could have watched more episodes, and I was like, I need a break, man. I can't do this anymore. But at the end of this episode, I'm like, oh god damn it, another week.
See, for me, it was like the moment the dragon died, I was just like, part of me was like, done with this show. Stupid ass White Walkers and stupid ass humans, and why Daenerys need to bring 3? I don't understand. Leave 2 there. Just bring Drogon real quick. Pick up the people.
Yeah, because Drogon ain't gonna die. Drogon gonna be just fine.
No, if she had brought just Drogon, I would have been like, oh, all right, you guys are screwed.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, what say you, Matt? You gonna stick around a minute or two still, or
Yeah.
you gotta get back?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll come back with some box office predictions, and we'll close out the show.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jordan Hart, and I am the owner and sole doctor at Athletic Edge Chiropractic. And at Athletic Edge, we offer a variety of services to help you basically be the best that you can be. So we are a chiropractic office. We offer full chiropractic services, including extremity work, as well as a variety of soft tissue techniques and deep tissue laser therapy. So if you're in need of some body work, give me a call, 214-883-9550. My email is drhartdfw@gmail.com.
Cinelinx presents Channel Control, where Matt, BC, and I, Rob, get together and talk about TV news and give you our take on what's going on in TV land. We'll also take you channel surfing, where we talk about what shows we watched that week and what we've liked about it. Find out what shows have been renewed or canceled, or just find out what TV series has been released on DVD, Blu-ray that week. Channel Control is a weekly YouTube show, so head on over, subscribe, check out our videos, give us a like, turn on your notifications so you know when our new shows are up, and you can also follow us at Channel Control on Twitter. And now, back to BC.
Thank you, Rob. Always awesome to check out Channel Control. Unfortunately, I was not there this week. All right. So, the box office this week. You know what? We're seeing that it is... summer's definitely over.
Oh, yeah. It is. I mean... It's just so sad.
Yeah.
Because it was a sad it was a sad summer movie season. Like, I think going into every year of the summer movie season, you think, okay, this is going to be a great year. Oh my god, just think about everything that's coming out.
Yeah.
But then, I think it was just the most lackluster out of all of them, really.
I mean, yeah, but I really enjoyed a lot of the movies. A lot of people are talking about how lackluster it was, but I enjoyed the films this summer. There's really not anything that I really didn't like.
Yeah, but I think there were higher expectations.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, yeah, Guardians was good, but it wasn't as good as the first one, and we kind of all knew that.
Yeah, exactly.
What other ones? We had Wonder Woman was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. Dunkirk was okay.
Yeah. See, but I was excited for Dunkirk in name alone, but every trailer I saw, I was like, I don't know if I'm really going to care much for this. And when I saw it, I didn't care much for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay. It was a good movie. It was well made. I just didn't care.
Then you had, what was it? Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I thought it was incredible.
And then
War for the Planet
of the Apes.
Not exactly what I expected from it. I really expected an action fest out of it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was more of a character piece. And not much war to the War for the Planet of the Apes.
Which is really contradictory.
Yeah. But it did surprisingly not as good as we'd all thought it would do at the box office.
Yeah.
So.
Transformers was still bad.
Yeah, fucking Transformers.
What other ones? What other ones am I missing?
We had The Dark Tower.
Dark Tower was a failure.
Despicable Me.
It's Despicable Me.
Baby Driver was good.
Yeah.
Your Valerian.
Trash.
And the Planets.
Continue.
Pirates.
Pirates was alright. It was Pirates.
I enjoyed 47 Meters Down.
Okay, well, that wasn't like a blockbuster though.
No.
It was like it was a movie that needed to be out during the same week as Shark Week, but they didn't do it.
True, very, very, very true. So yeah, that's about what we're looking at there.
Which is, but again, it goes to show that it was kind of like a sad summer movie season. Compared to like last year and even next year, which looks like it will be better. I mean, you have the Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
Isn't Avengers comes out around that time too?
May. Avengers kicks off next summer.
Exactly. So yeah, you've got all those. I mean, I know we still have some more movies coming out this year, but as far as summer,
blockbuster season has pushed now. It's not contained into the 2 months of June and July. May, June, and July, I guess.
Yeah, I think
we're now seeing them in February. We're seeing them in March. We've got November. We got Thor Ragnarok and Justice League.
I think Marvel and Disney kind of changed the game.
Yeah.
With all of that, because they didn't really rely on summer box office season to deliver their movies and make them a lot of money. And then Star Wars, like freaking being on December, still made a buku ton of money. So
and then Fox really set us up with February, which is normally a toilet bowl season of movies.
With Deadpool,
gives us Deadpool,
but Deadpool is going to be next summer.
Yeah, and then we got Logan in March.
Yeah.
Like things are changing there.
They were trying to like spread it out throughout the year, which I appreciate.
Because I think it's more because we have to get away from some of these movies because we have to get our box office.
Exactly.
And if you're fighting every week post, it's difficult.
Exactly. I completely and 100% agree with you because before nobody ever thought to use the whole year.
Yeah.
And so you had to decide, do I want to go see this movie or do I want to go see that movie? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I heard these reviews were good. Yeah, but I'm more a fan of this actor.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, let's just sprinkle them in throughout the whole year and we can try to save the box office. Because I think that was one of the things that hurt the box office too. Now, I say that, and box office this season for the summer was not as good as it was last year.
No, it was definitely down
by a
a
lot of million.
I know we talked a lot about it on SCNS last week. So if you want to see exactly how far down, go and check out last week's SCNS. Let's look at the top 5 this week. All right, so your top 5 were Logan Lucky at number 1.
Which was already wrong.
And Hitman's Bodyguard at number 2, Annabelle at number 3, Dunkirk at number 4, and The Nut Job at number 5.
Did I say Nut Job? Man, I think I wanted to say Girls Trip.
Yeah,
or Girls Night, whatever it is.
I went Hitman's Bodyguard at number 1, Logan Lucky at number 2, Annabelle at number 3, Dunkirk at number 4, and Girls Trip at number 5. Our box office went Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah,
coming in number 1, getting 21 million.
Which I think the names were the only reason for that.
Yeah, true. I've heard mixed reviews on it. Some people have liked it, some people have not. Next up is Annabelle Creation hitting 15 million.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah.
I would have thought
in
Logan
the number
Lucky.
2 spot. Well, Logan Lucky only pulled in less than half of what Annabelle got with 7 million on a $29 million budget.
Oh,
so,
wow.
But I think
I have a feeling they'll make their budget back.
I think they will too, because it's going to have good word of mouth. I think, and I think it'll have staying power for a couple weeks. I don't think it has too much. Dunkirk hit that number 4 spot,
which is what we both thought,
pulling in 6 million,
and then number 5,
and Nutty by Nature,
woo,
pulling in the number 5 spot.
I came from behind
at 1 million less.
Oh, God.
$5 million.
So number 6 was Girls Trip?
No, Emoji Movie.
Oh, God, really?
Number 7 was Spider-Man Homecoming, and number 8 was Girls Trip.
Wow, Girls Trip
really
is now
fallen off.
They're done.
So, But biggest drop off would be Annabelle. Annabelle dropped off 55% from last weekend.
But it's a horror film.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what typically happens with horror films.
But they've pulled in $64 million on a $15 million budget.
Yeah,
so
they've made their money.
Yeah, they've done a good job and they've done their money.
And that's just domestic.
And they've made every film in The Conjuring is now a hit.
Yeah.
So we have a pretty weak weekend at the box office.
I have a feeling we're going to have a pretty weak weekend until we get to either October or November.
Well, let's look at what's coming up here. Well, no, we have one coming out that's going to hit pretty well. This weekend, the biggest thing we have is something called Leap.
No.
Which I've never even heard of. It's an animated film.
That's not going to do
being
well.
distributed by the Weinstein Company. I don't know anything about it, and it's only hit in 2,000 theaters.
No, so that's not.
And then right behind it, at 1,500 theaters, we have Birth of the Dragon hitting.
Oh, well, there's been a lot of promo for that.
Yeah, the WWE films
retelling of Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, which I kind of feel is a little over-exaggerated.
It is.
From the trailers, but
I think they already did that, though. Like, I don't know why they wanted to do it again.
I don't know. I'll probably wait till Redbox.
Yeah,
for that one.
like I liked actually the one that Bruce Lee's son did. I thought he did a fine job doing the story of his father. But this one, I don't know.
See, and then next week, nothing hits major theaters.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we do have one called Good Time coming out nationwide this week.
Yeah, I don't think I know about that one.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either. It's A24. So, I don't... Starring Jennifer Jason Leigh, Robert Pattinson.
Oh, yeah. Hard pass.
Yeah, so nothing I plan to go see. I don't think it's going to hit too much. Next weekend, nothing hits nationwide. We have a moderate and limited release films. And then September 8th, we have a 9/11 film.
I mean, I have a feeling that it's just going to suffer for a little bit.
Starring Charlie Sheen and Whoopi Goldberg.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. We also, that same weekend, we have one called Home Again, which stars Reese Witherspoon. Looks like a rom-com.
I don't understand that movie at all.
Really?
Like, the trailers make no sense. Okay, let me explain to you what the trailer is like for this movie.
Go ahead.
So, for Home Again... for some reason, Reese Witherspoon is going on a divorce, and she's taking care of her children, and it's been hard on everybody, but she's just trying to get back out there, and she meets a guy, she brings him home, they have sex, the next morning, it's a young guy, the young guy's leaving, freaks out the kids, and then, the mom is like, oh, well, these people need a place to stay, and it's 3 guys, and one of them is the guy that she slept with. And so, then suddenly the ex-husband comes back, and, I don't know how any of these people are related, but it almost seemed like that was, her nephew or something like that. I don't know, probably wrong on that one, but it almost seemed like that was her nephew, and she had sex with him, and it still seemed like she was going to try to keep having more sex with him later on, and I'm like, this is a really weird movie.
Danny and Jon Snow.
But, no! That is one place that it's okay. This is the trailer makes no sense. Yeah. I'm like, if you're a trailer, give me some context. Don't make me seem like she's like a cougar.
Well, I don't know. I think 9/11 and Home Again, I think they're going to do pretty good because they're up against a really small film that I don't think has many people excited. Something called It. I don't know.
Oh God! I think I mentally blocked that movie out of my mind. I forgot that it's coming out in September.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what's worse? My wife wants to go see it with me.
Do you not want to go see it?
I do not like horror films.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I hate scary jump.
Here's
jump
my problem.
Scares.
I hate horror movies that have to do with kids.
Yes,
they legitimately scare me, and I normally will not watch them. But I grew up on it. There's no way I can miss this film. As much as I don't want to see it, I have to see it. And so I've started this week. The Jackass Horror-a-thon has once again begun.
Oh no!
We got 3.5 months of horror movies. I'm so excited.
Would never do that. I would love to join you for one Jackass-a-thon, but that is the one I will never, ever join you on. I don't like horror films. Like, they don't entertain me. They're just annoying.
Yeah.
Because they're like, here's a jump scare for you.
All right, well, let's look at the box office this weekend, Matt. What are you thinking about it? Is anything going to hit, or is it going to be the same?
I think the box office is going to implode because of lack of anything that's out right now. But I will say that Hitman's Bodyguard will probably stay at number 1.
Okay.
I'd like to say that Logan Lucky goes up just because of a lack of anything else.
Yeah.
That Annabelle Creation goes down.
So you're going to go Logan Lucky at 2.
Yeah. And I think Annabelle Creation at 3. And I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up.
Right now you got Dunkirk at 4 and Nutjob at 5.
I just have a feeling that Dunkirk won't sustain that.
Yeah.
And that they'll drop, and maybe just for lack of anything else, Nutjob will go up to 4.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to be like they're going to make more money. I think it's just more of there's not a whole lot out there right now.
So you're thinking Dunkirk's going to hit that number 5 spot?
Yeah, I'd say either Dunkirk or Emoji Movie, but for, me to have faith in humanity, I will say Dunkirk.
Yeah, I'm going to not change too much from you. I'm thinking Hitman's going to stay there too, and I agree. I think Logan Lucky's going to take that number 2 spot. I think Annabelle will drop. And I think I'm going to say Dunkirk stays at 4, and I'm going to say Girls Trip jumps back in.
I don't know, man. Like, with it being at number 8 and, like, a movie as old as Spider-Man beating it?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah, but...
And even Emoji Movie beat it.
Yeah.
Again.
You're right.
Emoji Movie beat it.
Because looking at the daily, looking at what would have been July... I'm not on the right day, that's why. I need to go to August.
Well, okay, and also consider this point as well.
Yeah.
This week is when most kids are going back to school. So the weekend might cause a lot of parents to be like, okay, let's just go put them in a movie or something like that.
True. I think it's not going to change at all.
You think Annabelle will stay at 2?
No, I think Logan Lucky and Annabelle will stay.
Oh, okay.
But I think Dunkirk... so it looks like we have the exact same list.
Except I have Dunkirk at 5. So I think that'll be the only...
Oh, yeah. You have Nutjob and Dunkirk changing. Which could be, because they were only $1 million apart.
Yeah.
So to keep it different, I'll say the opposite from you on that one.
I think we should start this at the beginning of the summer movie season so we can always have it different.
Oh, yeah.
Because right now it's going to be the same for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do it all year through. So,
Yeah.
Going through it, but... Anyway, guys, I love being able to sit here and talk to you guys, whether it's on It Is What It Is, or Jackass Reviews, or Go Home, or even Jackass 1, a Star Wars podcast. I love having conversations with you guys right here on the Podbean channel, on all my different podcasts, on the Jackass Nation. And being able to do that has been quite difficult, but I got to thank a lot of you guys for making it a little bit easier on me. And you know how you do that? You do that by working with Amazon, because Amazon has come to me. They've come to the Jackass Nation, and they said, hey, we want to help you out. We want to make sure to keep everything on your Podbean channel completely free of charge so that the Jackass Nation can check out all your different shows and not have to pay a single dime to hear your opinions on whatever it is you want to talk about. All you got to do is use this link. And so what this link is that you can find in all the description of every podcast I have, as well as on my Twitter, normally pinned to the top of the profile. Sometimes there's something else there, but I always tweet. I like to tweet it out on Tuesdays around the time I wake up, but it has the link that you click on and it takes you to Amazon. Now what this link does is it just takes you to Amazon. It doesn't take you to like my specific Amazon, it doesn't take you anything else. It just takes you to Amazon. Instead of typing in www.amazon.com, all you do is click this link, maybe even go and bookmark. Once you click the link, then hit that bookmark, and then every time you go to Amazon, use that link, and whenever you buy something, Amazon says, hey, this guy bought it from the Jackass Nation link, therefore, he is a listener of the Jackass Nation. So, let's give a little bit of money back to the podcast channel so that they can continue to provide all of the content free of charge. That's right. Amazon throws back to me just because you clicked on a link and bought from there. It doesn't make anything more expensive. It's still the exact same price as it would be. There's no upcharges or surcharges or hidden fees. It's just Amazon, and they're just saying, this guy's a listener of the Jackass Nation, and they like to use Amazon, so let's give back to the Jackass Nation. Let's make sure everyone continues to get all this content absolutely free of charge. So once again, make sure to click that link in the description of this video or on my Twitter. All right, yes, I do need money. Go to Amazon. Check all that out. That's all great stuff. Hey,
1-800, give me your money.
Well, what I don't need is a new belt, because currently I have a new belt. It's very pretty, it's very shiny, and you're lucky to even be sitting in the general vicinity of a champion, Matt.
You know, I was actually surprised that you decided to bring me on. Like, I figured that after our tournament on last Friday, that you would probably try to avoid talking to me, bringing me in. But no, you were like, oh, we got to talk about Game of Thrones and other things.
I can't do Game of Thrones without you, man. Like,
sure,
you got to
sure.
be. I've almost been thinking about next season just doing, not putting it on It Is What It Is, and doing its own show on the Jackass.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
That's what I'm
especially with only a limited amount of episodes. But
exactly.
But being the consummate professional that I am, I put that aside, and we talked about Game of Thrones and the movies. And,
yeah.
But now it's time to get to brass tacks here.
Well, before we do that, let's talk a little bit about UGF, because UGF hit this past week.
It did, yeah.
And it hit really well.
It did. We did a lot of promotion for it. Mm-hmm. We talked to everybody about it. Heck, I was even talking to the FedEx girl whenever I was like setting up and like decaling the championship.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my god, that's really interesting. I want to look at that." So, it actually had a very nice response to it, mm-hmm. and we had a lot of issues that we need to. We'll go back to the workshop.
Technical issues, different got in there. Timing issues,
yeah, but that's to be expected for a first episode or an inaugural episode. Yeah. So, we're going back to the workshop. We have a whole month to get ready because the next one's going to be on September 22nd. But I think, really, like all things considered, it was a hit.
It was, and I'm really happy to see it there. I really enjoyed working it. It was stressful. It was hard to get everybody prepped and ready and in position.
I don't create easy shows.
No, not. See, that's what's great about everything on the Jackass Nation. Sit down and talk. There you go. We're good. We got this. Mm-hmm. UGF, there's a lot that went into it.
Ton of moving parts.
And it worked pretty much. In the big picture, it went off great.
Yeah.
Yes, we had some hiccups, but it went off great, and we had a lot of viewers, and we couldn't be more happy with the amount of viewers we have, and more thankful for the people that participated and watched and commented.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy.
We had a lot of comments, actually. So, guys, if you haven't watched it, you can find it on Cinelinx.com right now, or you can find it on the Cinelinx YouTube channel. You can find it on the Cinelinx Twitch, the Facebook Live account. You can also find it on a new Mixer account for Cinelinx. And you can also send a follow out to Cinelinx UGF on Twitter.
Brand new Twitter page.
Where we will be posting all of our news, everything that's going on, videos, updates. That's where you can find all news for the United Gaming Federation.
Absolutely. And I'm very excited to see it. And
but it was
coming up on September 22nd is our second show, which will feature a tournament of.
It's going to be a lot of people are going to be happy about this, especially our competitors, because a lot of them came in to Mario Kart Madness thinking, "Oh my gosh, I have to race." Like you had Rob, who was like, "Oh, I'm not good at racing games." You had your boy LLP, who thought he was going to do a lot better against me, and you just could not keep up. But the next one is going to be a fighting game, and it will be Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
That's right. It's going to be awesome to see. Now, do you already have the competitors for the tournament?
I have almost everybody. I'll have the final roster out later on in September.
Well, that's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be a great tournament, and the main event takes place where you are going up against the champion. In what hasn't been determined yet, but I can say that by this show next week, it'll either be on SCNS or right here on It Is What It Is, probably SCNS next week, that I will announce what game it is that we are playing.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I mean, you saw how it was at the end. In the final of the tournament. The tournament finals.
Oh, okay.
Where I just beat everybody. And then I even stumbled in the end, and I still beat Schaefer to become number one contender.
See, that's your problem there, Matt. You stumbled and you beat Schaefer. Cool. All right. You stumble against me, and you're not catching back up. Look at Zach. Zach never even had he never even had the controller. I'm just letting you know. It's not gonna happen, bruh.
See, that was injustice, though.
But you're really good.
No. That was injustice. You have gotten off lucky playing a game that you own, a game that you play every single day.
That's true.
But I never even owned Injustice, and I still got to the finals. It doesn't matter what game you're going to pick.
Oh, it doesn't?
It doesn't matter what game you're going to pick. Because you can go out, you can just tell us what it is right now. I'll go back home, I'll workshop it a little bit, and I'll come back stronger, and I'll beat you. It doesn't matter. I own an N64. I own a PlayStation 3. I own an Xbox 360. I own a PlayStation 4. I own a Nintendo Switch. I'll be able to beat you on any one of those systems.
Well, maybe it's Bubble Bobble on the NES. All right? Who knows? We'll wait and find out. But what I do know is, yeah, Matt, you got there. Just like you got there last time. You're good. You're talented. It's going to be a game that I'm great at. And when I'm great, I'm great. And I'm unbeatable. So we'll have to wait and see. It's coming up soon.
That's the thing. You say when I'm great. I'm great. I'm always great.
You weren't great in Injustice?
Always calm, cool, and collected, and that belt is going to look really good around my shoulder.
Yeah, not going to happen. But everyone can find out what does happen on September 22nd when we go to our next show. It's going to be absolutely insane. I cannot wait for it. Hope you guys are excited as we are. Matt, where can everybody of the Jackass Nation find you?
You can find me at Move the Joystick. You can find me on Cinelinx, on Cinelinx.com, always writing new stuff. You can also find me, if you're playing Madden, you can find me Septero7, SEPTERO7. You're going to get beat, but you can find me there. I beat a guy really bad last night. And so you can find me on those places, SCNS Live on Thursdays. You're going to be able to find me at QuakeCon this weekend. So it's just going to be happening at the Gaylord Texan. And you can find me beating BC's ass on September 22nd from Nerdvana, Food and Spirits in Frisco, Texas on September 22nd.
Well, you'll definitely be able to find us. You'll be able to find me drunk tonight at QuakeCon because we had a fun party to get to tonight. That's going to go down. All right, so we're going to get up out of here, guys. Thank you all for checking out this episode 102 of It Is What It Is with the Jackass. Y'all know how to hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Xbox Live, at RealJackassBC. That's RealJackassBC. Join my guild on the Injustice on Xbox Live. It is the Jackass Nation, all one word. Don't forget to check that out. MPX this weekend. Be there. I might be in the building, actually. Who would have thought? And also, guys, Johnny LaQuasto's album is available on LaQuastoAlbum.com. Go check it out. It is absolutely hilarious. You will truly, truly enjoy it. Gonna have some major giveaways. Don't forget to go and retweet the pinned tweet for your chance to win Beauty and the Beast, Kong, or Power Rangers. That is all going down this week. What the Force tomorrow night. No SCNS tonight, but definitely make sure you're watching the SCNS channel this weekend for all the different QuakeCon coverage and all that good stuff, as well as on Cinelinx.com. So, all right, guys, y'all hear the go home music. I'm getting out of here. I already told you the Twitters. Y'all know how to hit it up. Y'all know how to get to me. I'm going to get going. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Matt, for joining us. And remember, it is what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to It Is What It Is with the Jackass. Follow BC on Twitter at RealJackassBC. Subscribe on Podbean.com to Jackass Nation. And subscribe to the Offshoots Network on iTunes. Views and opinions expressed by BC do not necessarily reflect those of the Offshoots or Podbean. We'll see you next time on It Is What It Is.